Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited, the disturbing thought of the day. All right, you have a singer, 40s, 50s, lived too hard, smoked too hard, has throat cancer, he's dying. Demon comes up, says, "Hey, I can give you more time in exchange for your immortal soul. What do you say? Can even make you rich and famous. Could die decades from now. What do you say?" No, no, no. I want immortality. No, you don't. Take it from somebody who's way older than you. You don't want immortality. We do not do immortality well. Those are the worst agreements. It's like, I'm afraid of dying. I'm probably going to hell anyway. I don't want it. Give me immortality. You asked for it. Let's settle terms. And you're a little drunk. And the demon actually feels a bit guilty over the terms because he is creating a masterpiece in you. And yet you sign it. He actually offers to, just tear up the contract and walk away. He's like, nope, I want my immortality. Give me my immortality. Fine, fine. Sign it in blood. And you wake up with a hangover and you're immortal. You feel fine. Your voice is great. And that's the problem. See, if you sing to anybody in particular, one person, you'll hear another voice in your head singing a song too about how you're going to kill them. And they're dead. You don't want to kill them, but at some point, it's like your body just takes control. Just moves on its own. Something just makes you stalk that person, kill that person perfectly. Perfect crime. And worse, you have a taste for it. Not just for singing, but for the killing. And you feel guilty after the first one, but not after the 20th. Because singing's in your blood and you always have to sing. Now, you can sing in a crowd. You can sing to a crowd and they applaud you. Heck, your voice is actually better. Folks are trying to offer you record deals, but of course you can't because you're a serial killer. But every time you sing to an audience, there's that one person you target, that one person you kill. And it goes on and on and on. And the demon told you your weakness. The demon explained how you will finally die. Because the thing about immortality is, sooner or later you're going to screw up, and when you do, you're going to end up in hell. No one is truly immortal. You'll just be very long-lived. And it's like, I'll do it anyway. So here's the thing: even the demon didn't anticipate. The demon expected you to kill yourself out of guilt. No, 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 no. You sang. You stay in small venues. You move from point to point, town to town, city to city, and as long as you sing and kill, you cannot die. Or actually, I'm sorry. As long as no one kills you while you're singing, you can't stay dead. Like if you were in a car crash, you'll die. You'll instantly heal. Plane crash. Every so often, someone puts up a fight. Like maybe someone stumbles in. You even see it happening in your predictions, and you still come back and you still get that person killed. You've never lost a kill ever. And that would be the obvious flaw in this if this was a movie. Like if one gets away, then you die. No, 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 no. They have to kill you while you're doing the murder song. Maybe that's why I call the story the murder song. Kill you while you're doing the murder song, then you stay dead. And no one's figured this out. And yes, there are monster hunters in the world, but you're such a young legend, no one's probably going to figure you out for centuries. How many people are you going to kill? That's the disturbing thought of the day. All right, I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Please check out the podcast, two of them. They're dailies. One is called the Battery Daily Prompt, and the other one's Disturbing Thought of the Day. Also, check out the website for book links. Hit a link, it'll take you straight to Amazon, where books are available as ebook and print. There are, 4 series currently. There will be more in time. The Battery series is, 200 writing prompts, unusual ones, and a little wisdom on how to write a novel, if you wish. It's for those people who've worked on the first novel for years, lost way too much time, with way too little to show for it. The Battery series has a system at its core. Follow the system through, and it is challenging. But if you make it through, you will have books to sell, a business to build, a fan base to build, while you're working on that first novel. How's that for different? On top of this, there is room for storytellers of varying stripes, whether you're an evil GM, short story writer, game designer, comic book writer, screenwriter, even a grizzled novelist with a bunch of books already done. Doesn't need the system. But 200 writing prompts, unusual ones, per book. That's fuel. You take one of those, spin it, a novelist could write 10, 20 books off of one idea. Give it a go. Also, there are anthologies, 2 of them. New School Twilight Zone, 25 stories per book. The themes are unheroic, unlikely heroes saving the day. I did a story called Afro Mime, just because. A black French mime who knows Savat, who just happens to end up in a birthday party where mob hitters show up and try to kill the birthday boy. How's that turn out? That's an unlikely hero, heroine, if ever there was one. And let's see. The Book of Schemes, the other anthology series. Twisted, all around schemes, funny schemes, dark schemes. I even threw in a Western. Well, in this case, Suicide Mission is about a kind of a near future vet who survives a really messed up war. And while he's in a POW camp, his wife does something unforgivable. And when he comes back, finds out what she did, he wants to kill her so badly that he gets himself, like, he goes on a killing spree of his own to stay away from her because he loves her so much. He goes on a killing spree over here, gets himself sentenced to death. And while he's waiting to be executed, he gets an offer for a suicide mission. How's that for twisted? Then the novel series that I ultimately wrote, I Villain. Think supervillain fiction told from the perspective of Benjamin Clyde, gentleman fixer, dude in a suit. This is a guy who sits back with 400 plus mercs, basically his own hand-picked Legion of Doom, and he sends them off to do whatever's required. People have problems, they have money, they come to him because he's the best. Interpol, Al-Qaeda, the Vatican, demons, they all come to him. He works for anybody who has the clout or the cash. Because he doesn't always work for cash. He might work for favors or other ultimate forms of payment. Point is, he's the best. Until one night, he's forced to give up his multi-billion-dollar empire to make amends for something he did. No more money, no more assets, no more minions. And he's forced to fight crime in a place where basically heroes fear to tread. It's the superhuman crime capital of the world, but no one knows because they control their image too well. His life expectancy is a joke. And instead of going out with a squeak, he thrives. Because the man has a Black Ops past and powers he told no one about. And he gets into the world-saving business. It's like, I'm not just going to fight crime. I'm going to own crime fighting. Because heroes are basically extinct on this world. So I'm taking off the worst ones. The ones who are trying to blow up the planet or take it over because they have money. Billions in assets. Toys galore. I'm going to kill them and take their stuff. Because that's what a villain would do if he was trying to save the world, right? And so he puts a brute squad together and gets to work. All right, I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited, the disturbing thought of the day. See you tomorrow.